Ruchi. I'm a musculoskeletal physiotherapist here at Releva Physiotherapy and Rehab. Recently, we are seeing more and more people choosing cycling as a preferred activity, as it is a whole body exercise, and choosing it as a daily route of commute. Along with the surge in cycling activity, we are seeing more and more injuries during the activity because people are not aware of what the precautions to be taken and how to prevent the injuries. Today we'll be discussing the precautions and prevention of cycling injuries. Cycling injuries can be broadly differentiated in two types of injuries. Firstly, impact injuries, which occur in road traffic accidents. Those are really not in our control, but the second type of injury, that is our own bodily injuries, are there in our control, that we can control with taking some precautions and following some rules. The own bodily injuries can include elbow and wrist pain, shoulder and neck pain, back and hip pain, knee injuries, and ankle and foot injuries. The most common reason for all these injuries is poor posture, not having enough stamina, and not following the rule of taking frequent breaks. Now, so that we know about the cycling injuries, how to prevent the injuries and what precautions are to be taken. First and foremost thing is the traffic rules and safety. Follow all the traffic rules strictly and wear a reflective gear so that you can be seen and can be taken care of. The second thing is grips. Having a too tight grip can strain your wrist as well as elbow and forearm muscles. Do not try to grip the handle too tightly. The grip should be firm but not too tight. See to it that the gears and the brakes are not too tight or too loose, so that you do not end up stressing the wrist muscles too much. The second thing is gears. Do not ride in a higher gear for very long. Try to take breaks and lower down the gears so that the muscles are regaining the energy and you can ride for longer. The next point is the seat height. If the seat height is too low, you will end up straining your knee and back muscle. If the seat height is too high, you will end up stretching the muscles, and which will give you cramps in your thighs and the calves. The next point is stamina. Build up the stamina slowly. Do not go on a longer ride initially. Start with a shorter duration and progress gradually. The next and important point is hydration. Keep your hydration proper. Take enough breaks so that the muscles are not getting fatigued and not giving you cramps. Work on your core strength and muscle strength otherwise during the day so that the muscles endure the stress of cycling for a longer duration. Follow a regular warm-up and cool-down session so that the muscles remain injury-free. Even after taking all these precautions and following all these tips, if you end up in injury, please see a physiotherapist near you. Here at Releva, we will assess your injury and treat it accordingly. Initially, the focus will be to reduce down the pain and other symptoms. After that, we'll be focusing on the strengthening of the muscles so that you can ride longer and injury free. In case of any further questions, do drop them in comments. We'll happily answer it for you. Goodbye. Thank you.